Hey everyone, it is Elsa932 on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. We are here for another episode of Love During Lockup. So, I'm doing this for y'all. Y'all dragged me into this mess and I'm in it. Now, the name of the episode is Dematized. I will say it one time because YouTube algorithm gonna be like, ooh, what did you say? The DICK matized, okay? I'm gonna probably do a little cutesy on the thumbnail so y'all understand exactly what we're talking about. And we know who we're talking about for real. Before we get into it, please take a moment and like the video because this may be longer than the episode because I've got some moments of ranting to do. So, Tia and Rob, we start off because this is who is DICK matized. Tia is. So they are kissing and slobbering on each other in the car. His sister, her cousin, and her daughter are in the back seat. Girl, I'm gonna need you to hold it all in, please. So when they get to the hotel, they send her daughter off with her cousin. Because all they think about is knocking boots. Because we find out, he been celibate for 8 years. She been celibate for 2 years. And she said she will perish if the slapping of the skins ain't good. If the ain't good, if the headboard rocking or ain't rocking ain't good, she will perish. Girl, what about the relationship? What about if he violates parole? You won't perish because of that? Girl, Tia, you putting on a front for us, and I knew it was a front, but I didn't want to call it a front, but you putting on a front. So they start getting hot and heavy. They put the cameraman outside the door. They put the dog outside the door because the dog is blocking. And while they're getting hot and heavy, his family comes and starts knocking on the door to get in the room because he done invited everybody to the suite. Remember, but remember, Tia told us she rented this suite so that everybody could be there and everybody could be comfortable when they're spending time with him. This is why she got the suite. Now she forgetting why she got the suite. Yeah. So while they come in early, Tia ain't. Or maybe she is. So she said, yeah, she's dematized, okay? Because how he touched her, how he's looked at her. Meanwhile, Rob is like, well, I'm glad you got yours. And in the words of Bernie Mac, yeah, it only takes 50 push-ups. I guess, Rob, you can't do your 50 push-ups that quick. So he said he got tricks and he knows how to master it. And he can hold his composure while she gets hers. I'm like, really? Hold your composure? First time in 8 years? 8 years? You gonna hold composure? Yeah, Rob. I'm gonna save that for another time. I don't think you holding composure. I just don't think that she lights your fire as hot as you light hers. That's my thoughts. But 8 years and you finally, and everything as you said look juicy and good and you can withhold after 8 years? Nah, bruh. I don't believe it. Unless you lying to us. So, said she knows that it will take 2 hours now to get to him when he paroles in Brooklyn. Remember, he got his Harlem World tattoo. We know he's from Harlem, and I can hear the accent, So it will take 2 hours for her to get to him, but she wants to spend quality time with him, and so everybody needs to go home. Again, Tia, you forgot why you got the suite. You forgot. So she goes into the bed and covers up under the covers and says she should be his number one priority. Tia, he was not only away from you for all those years, he was away from his family. He missed his niece. This is the first time meeting his niece. So I'm gonna need you to pipe down, Tia. I'm gonna need you to go pipe all the way down. It ain't about you. It ain't just about you. His parole and himself should be a priority, not you. No, you want the priority to be laying horizontally and making all the daggone noises rather than he's reconnecting with his family that even he's known longer than he's known you. Sorry. But I like to go from couple to couple to couple. I'm not going to bounce around like the show does. So the next one is Kate, Hunter, and Kaylee. So Kate's in the pool when he calls, and she says she likes how they resolve conflict. Because when she told him to end it with the right of prisoner ladies, he did it. So yeah, he does what you say, so that's resolving conflict. Delusional much, Kate? Hmm. He said, glad they're not, writing you anymore. Glad there are no more prisoner girlfriends. Is he really done, Kate? You think he done? Because who's going to fund his lifestyle now? And he got extra time because of his shenanigans with another girl. So he going to need some more funding. Are you going to fund him, Kate? So apparently Hunter tells her that another prisoner was given an offer, money on his books if he would kind of rough Hunter up or beat him up. So she's mad that the woman's mad. I mean, he cut off these sugar mamas, as you said. He cut them off. We don't know how he cut them off or if, but he cut them off. People gonna be mad. I invested all this money and all this time, and you want to cut me off now? She said you were a sugar mama paying to play with someone. But did they know they were a sugar mama? Did they know they were just a sugar mama for the period of time that he was incarcerated? Do they know that? So Kate tells him to report it, file charges for intended assault. Kate, that ain't how it works. Yes, notify, let folks know that this person is reaching out to another person to intend harm, but they can't just put charges until somebody does something. Now, if she put money on his books for real, yeah, that certainly could come into play. But it was sounded like, Kate, you put him in this position. You set up the profile. These are the consequences. Whew. Anyway, Hunter says everything is out of control, but he can't bring himself to cut off Kaylee. He cut off all the others, so he says, I don't believe him. But he said he cut off all the others, and he only with Kaylee. Kate said everybody. Hunter, Kate said everybody. So when we see Kaylee, she's going to see a lawyer to help Hunter. You know what's funny about this? We also see that Kate is going to a lawyer for Hunter. Yeah. Both ladies are going to two different lawyers to help Hunter. Hunter got the dream team coming up. Hunter got a dream team, and I wonder if they will figure it out once two lawyers show up to help him. So let's deal with Kaylee's visit. Because Kate's visit, I got a lot to say. So Kaylee tells her lawyer, a lovely lady, that visitation was suspended because they were naughty on the video cam. So now there's a loss of privileges. No video visits, no in-person visits, so consequences. So the lawyer tells Kaylee she will charge $15,000 to handle this case. And like myself, Kaylee was shocked. $15,000. Kaylee is a curl specialist. Okay? We should come up with $15,000. So she said up until now she's put in about $6,000 into Hunter. Woo child. Prison commissary. So, but she says when he gets out, he will bless her tenfold. How? How's he gonna bless you? How you gonna bless you 60 grand? He's coming out. Maybe he has a hard time finding a job because he will be a felon by the time he comes out. How is he going to bless you tenfold? Sorry, another one, even though she hasn't had the D. She is certainly dematized. Kaylee! So the lawyer says be mindful you can spend all this time, all this money, and he could be taking advantage of you. So be careful. The lawyer sounds like she done heard this all before. Okay? Shout out, to the song. So now Kate goes to see her lawyer. And the lawyer thinks that she may be in a relationship with a criminal. Yeah. Yeah, we believe so. So she admits to putting him on the Right a Prisoner website to talk to people to get financial support. She said he was talking to 6 to 8 women. Shout out Kate. It was like 10, 20, yeah, higher. And she tells of the threat to him in the prison. The lawyer says, let the prison know there's a concern. But the main concern the lawyer has is that he may be misleading these women. And it's wrong and it could affect his release. And the current girlfriends set him up so that she would have to pay. So what the lawyer was saying, and I said that kind of rambly, is that the he was misleading women for money. Okay? Hunter is misleading these women from the Right of Prisoner for money. Next is the current girlfriend, Kate, may be set up to pay back these women if they build a case of they've been embezzled and it was misleading, they were defrauded. Then the current girlfriend, Kate, since she set up the account, she could be held liable too. I think it reasonable. Would he have been on there if she had not set it up? He probably would. He probably would be told by the other prisoners, yeah, set this account up, and he probably would do it on his own. But Kate did it for him, and Kate did it for him so his life could be funded. So you are intending this whole show, Kate, is showing you intended to defraud these people. Okay? Hope you all are following me. So Kate says she doesn't see it as a scam. And she doesn't see how she's responsible. Okay, Kate. Okay. She said it's the woman's responsibilities to be clear as to the terms of the relationship. And there are sugar baby websites out there. Okay? Kate don't see this as a scam. So let's continue. The lawyer said, yeah, but those sugar baby folks, those people know what they're getting into. They know it's a transactional relationship. And in case some of these women may have felt it was a real relationship. And if that was the impression, then they can feel that they were defrauded. So Kate needs to rethink how she's seeing this. She said, yeah, but I didn't take it that far. Hunter did. He has to clean that up. That's his mess. He needs to clean it up. You signed him up, Kate. You signed him up. You're a part of it. Come on. Y'all, is Kate this disassociated? Is she this, or is she just lying? Kate, you signed him up. Your IP address, your computer was used to put Hunter in front of these women. You have said on camera that Hunter needs to talk to these women so they can fund his lifestyle. So there was an intention to take their money. It was an intent that wasn't a real relationship because you are really his love. Kate, you are part of this defrauding scheme. Kaylee could come up here and say, yes, both of you scammed her. Both of you. So the lawyer says he got to help by not having any more relationships with these women. He got to cut it off. Yeah, I agree with you, lawyer, but it's too late. One of these women, we know Kaylee, thinks she's going to marry him. So the lawyer says he thinks Kate may be in a relationship with a career criminal. And she needs to rethink the morality of all of this. You don't have a right to take advantage of people. See, lawyer, I agree with you, but I think Kate is a career criminal too. Why did Kate so quickly think of this whole scam these women, take their money, and fund your lifestyle? I think Kate is a career criminal too. I don't know what her record is, if she has a record, but she certainly is thinking like a career criminal. Taking money from unsuspecting people and say it's their responsibility to check it out. It's kind of like, Kate is kind of like talking like the stores. Yeah, everything was in the fine print and it's your responsibility to read it. You should have known better. You should have gotten yourself clarification. Kate, I was rooting for you because you were supposed to be his girl or whatever, but I was not rooting for the scamming of these ladies and your friends who were like the reverse pimping of it all. Yeah, I get it, but Kate, you implicated now, Kate. And Kaylee now, with all the stuff that she paid, all the stuff that she did, she could come after you, Kate. She has a legitimate claim, and Love During Lockup has the wonderful footage showing you talk about the scam. See, these people don't think about it when they come in this Love During Lockup. This is footage. It is recorded. You probably said a whole bunch of stuff that we haven't seen that now Kaylee can go forth and say, yeah, I need to put up a suit, and yeah, wetv, we gonna need that footage for my lawsuit against Kate. Kate, how do you not see it as wrong? He's taking money from these people. He's robbing them. And you put him up to it. You can't like pointed out the location and said, hey, go over there and take from those people. So sad. Mm-mm-mm. So let's move on, because I could go on a rant about Kate, but I don't need to go on a rant with her anymore. Sam and Crystal, remember it's 7 years till her release. He said he has not heard from her in a whole day. Maybe she's in isolation, or maybe she's talking to someone else. So he's heading over to Rita's house, which is her grandmother. So he said they have a set schedule to talk. She has not called, and she's eligible for parole today. He said he just got off a 24-hour shift. Remember, Sam is an EMS worker. He works the ambulatory services where they are. So he got off of a 24-hour shift. And to do the visit, he would have to drive 6 hours and then do the 2-hour visit. That would have been an additional 8 hours. So I'm guessing Sam didn't feel safe. He was overly tired. I can understand that. Get off a 24-hour shift, 24-hour on call, even if the shift was light, that's a long time. And then to do a 3-hour drive, 2-hour visit, and then 3 hours back home, that would have taken a toll on him for sure. So she wants him to come no matter what for the visit. Crystal, you're putting him in danger. You're putting him in danger, and he needs this job too. He needs a job to be able to pay for your commissary, to pay for these phone calls. He has to work. It's unfortunate, but he does have to. So when she's told no, he says it's like the end of the world for her. And she requires a lot of attention. This is Sam telling us. He said there were prison relationships because she was lonely and she needed attention. And she may be seeking solace with someone else. He says another woman in there has been pressuring Crystal to go on a prison date, and he will not tolerate cheating of any kind. Y'all, you know I was almost going to be researching what them prison dates are, but then I was like, I ain't trying to go that far. I ain't trying to go that deep. But Crystal seems to be in demand, and she wants to be in demand because she wants attention. But he said he will not tolerate cheating, and she said she won't tolerate him cheating on the outside, so it should not be okay for her. So he's at Rita's house. Rita is her grandmother. Rita is looking at Sam this entire time like, you damn fool. Really? You are a damn fool. I'm sorry. Every time I saw Rita looking at Sam, it was like, are you this foolish? Really? Dude? But you know what? I ain't gonna wake you up because you helping me out with what I need done, and you supplying her books with stuff that I don't have to do on my fixed income. Rita is like, you big dummy. I'm sorry. Rita's face the whole time was like that. So he asked if she's heard from Crystal that day, and she's like, yeah, her heart is broken because he didn't come see her like you promised. Rita is keeping him on the hook for Crystal. And I see it. I see it. Said, at the last minute you said you weren't coming. She made plans, and you weren't there. And she made so many plans for the visit. I'm like, Rita, you playing him too. So Sam said it upsets him since she knows his schedule. He has told Crystal his schedule. And the lifestyle she's grown accustomed to has to be financed with him working. Working. So something, she thinks is hindering the relationship is his schedule for work. He said, but if I don't work, it's going to limit the phone calls and limit the commissary. And then she's going to be mad for another reason. And he said he would have been wide awake for almost 38 hours straight if he had come to see her. And she can't even stay awake for 9 hours. What do you mean Crystal can't stay awake for 9 hours? Wait a minute. We on the outside, we stay awake for more than 9 hours. Does she, barring the fact that she may have a condition, why is she can't stay awake for more than 9 hours? So Rita says, hey, today is her official parole date and it's a big deal. Rita, you're playing him. You're playing him. So Sam says, we are grown. Okay, it's not only her visit, it's my visit with her too. And I had to take care of myself. I had to take care of myself. But he says she expects too much. And it's not like her. Something is different. Not like her not to call him. So Rita says, hope she's not talking to anybody else, but let you know Brittany's back. Who is Brittany? Rita. See, Rita. Rita is playing Sam, giving him little crumbs, kernels, giving us it too. So Sam says Brittany is someone that Crystal dated while in prison, and Brittany was released. But now it seems like Brittany is back. You know, the ladies are back together again. He said it was not an emotional connection, but that's what Crystal told him. And Crystal had a real girlfriend, like wife girlfriend, before she went in. Rita says some people are just into a prisoner because, you know, of what's there. You know, because you're in prison with other ladies, maybe you're just with a lady because of that's all there is. And Sam says sometimes they're just like that. And it's not because of jail. So I'm like, Sam, you just heard Brittany is back in. Brittany's back in. They back together. So now she acting different. I mean, come on, Sam. What are you thinking? Okay? But sometimes, hey, Sam would know better than I would. So Sam leaves the visit with Rita, and Crystal calls him while he's driving home. And Sam's like, who is this? And he's playing. And she's like, yeah, I want to know who this is too. Because the Sam she knows and loves wouldn't miss a visit. And you blew me off and you didn't visit. Crystal, you're showing me you don't know what's going on. You don't care about this man. Because if someone I know is awake for 24 hours straight, you cannot expect them to then drive for another like 3 to 4 hours. He will be a mess to himself. It's unsafe for him to drive. That is unreasonable, Crystal. Yes, it fell in line at the wrong time for your visits, but guess what? He has to work. He has responsibilities. He just has to work. What happens when he's got to work and y'all on the outside and maybe it's your anniversary or whatever, but the schedule is made for him? Remember, he's new in town. Let's put this in perspective. Sam is new to the area. He's only been here like a year or two. He is the lowest person on the chart. They're going to make a schedule and they're going to give him the awful schedule. Plus, we don't know how fully staffed this EMS crew is. But Sam can't dictate, hey, y'all, I really can't do the 24-hour shift because. And then we don't know, Sam may have asked for the 24-hour shift because he knows he needs to make a certain amount of money. He needs to be able to facilitate Crystal's lifestyle. Crystal is so unreasonable. It's like she's not an adult. She's like a child. No, I want this. I want it now. I don't care that you had to work. You got to come see me. Crystal is unreasonable. It's very unreasonable. I'm like, Sam, I'm glad to see you put your foot down a little bit, but you married her. You married her. I'm sure this ain't the first time she's acted like this. So we go to MJ and Willie. So her ex-Ami calls and he wants to rekindle. She says no because they are both in a relationship and she just came to visit her family in Utah. She questions why she picked up the call. MJ, I question that too. Why did you pick up the call? You knew it was him. You knew it was him. He knows you're in town. You know what happened last year when he came to town. For those of y'all who haven't been here before, last year when MJ got together with her ex, she was drinking heavily. Now she's 1 year sober. Congratulations. She was drinking heavily last year. They slept together and she had a pregnancy scare. She was still with Willie at the time. So, why'd you pick up the phone knowing that your ex, Umi, is still drinking himself? Why? But we're going to find out, I guess, why with her visitor later. So, she said last year she was hooking up and drinking with him. He said she said when she suggested divorce, he wanted to work on the relationship. And she didn't want to deal with him and his drinking anymore. I'm like, but she was drinking too. When they had ended their marriage, she also was drinking. So how bad was this? It's only last year she stopped drinking and they've been divorced. Okay? It just ain't adding up for me. So then Willie calls and he thinks she wants to stay in Utah because of her ex. Ooh, Willie, you got your intuition. You behind bars, but that ain't stopping what you feeling. She denies it. She says she wants to be around her family and her mom. And her mom, of course, is going through radiation for her cancer diagnosis. So Willie's like, so what you got to stay in Utah for? He wants to be her family. Willie, did you hear? Did you hear her? Her mom is fighting cancer and she'd like to be there for her family. It's unfortunate her ex is there. It's unfortunate what happened last year, but the ex's proximity. She got to learn how to behave with it. But beyond that, she wants to be there for her mother and her family, which is 36 siblings. I still haven't heard the breakdown of that, MJ. I need to know. 36? How? How many wives? We know mama's an ex-wife. How many? But dude, Willie, you can't pull her away from her family when her mother's going through a health scare. Not happening. She said she gets emotional because of so much going on. Okay? She has a lovely cry in the bedroom because she's overwhelmed. And she needed that time. I respect the crew for letting her have that time because she's overwhelmed. So her brother comes to visit. I didn't catch his name. He looked very stylish. I liked the hat matching with the plaid, shirt and stuff. Brother looked very fashionable. So they had an emotional hug. You know when you hug somebody and you come in for like a quick hug, but then you end up really hugging them close and then both of you start tearing up? It was a very emotional hug. And I know it because she doesn't live close. We don't know if last year was the last time he even saw her. Could have been longer. So so the brother asked, is she still on her ex? Oh my God. The brother ain't mincing words. He's like, you still gonna hang out with your ex since you here? And MJ's like, no. But, the difference is Willie, her incarcerated boyfriend or fiance, said, gives her grown. We grown. We, got this. And Umi, her ex, gives her the little girl giggles. And the brother feels like she's lying. That she could just talk to her ex and have nothing going on. Because he said, you going to see him? What if you run into him? You going to talk? She's like, yeah, talk. We grown. Brother, I'm with you. I think she and Umi, the ex, they're going to get back together. Maybe not drinking, but, she, how can I say, she hasn't had any for the whole year since that last time. And he was the one who gave it to her. I'm just saying. So MJ says she know Willie will be a good husband, will be a good father. He's already a dad. He's got 3 sons, you told us. Is he a good father? To what capacity can he be a good father in jail? And what's with the will be? He's already a father. I don't understand that. So MJ says she needs to see Umi, her ex, and face this, but she won't be telling Willie anything. But, she will follow Willie till he picks her. If Willie comes out and Willie don't want her, she will follow him till he picks her. Girl, I hate this expression, but that is the definition of a pick me. You want him to pick you, and you're going to force the issue by following him. Not a good look, especially a formerly incarcerated felon. Girl, pick up the standards. So the brother asks, what if Willie is not who he says he is when he gets out? Will you run back to your ex? MJ says, no, 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 no. Brother's like, you can't just brush away 13 years under the rug. You'll get back with him. We don't know the ins and outs, but what we're seeing on camera, I agree with the brother. Now here comes the mama said it, the brother said it, and Willie's feeling it. That's three. That's three strikes, MJ. We gonna see. We gonna see. But for the messiness that is love during lockup, yeah, I think you're gonna go back with him. So let's go to last couple. Oh Lord, child. Jakima and Donnie. Jakima decided to go to dance class and lie to us and say she don't know how to dance. Now, dance formally, I could understand. I know how to dance formally, but I don't do no line dancing and electric slide. No, no clue. Can't keep up. Don't keep up. I just hang out elsewhere. But Jakima telling me you don't know how to dance. You don't know how to just do a two-step, shake your shoulders, lean back. Come on. Whew, Lord, you're already lying to us. So this looks like just fun getting together with the girls, shaking and grooving a little bit, but it ain't no kind of dance class I know of. But hey, I ain't in Ohio. Jakima, she just met this lady when she got to Ohio. It's too soon to be telling her your business. It's okay to be in dance class? To be telling her everything about Donnie? It's a little too soon for me. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. So Jakima says her life is on hold since Donnie is moved and she doesn't know where, and she's been removed from his visitors list. So he calls. He calls her. She's like, I gotta go step away, ladies. I gotta go talk to my man. Your man is incarcerated and you gotta step away because you can't call him back. Okay? So he's now 3 hours away and he's gonna be there for 8 months. I don't believe that he don't know why or how long. I don't believe that. He gonna be 3 hours away for about 8 months. So she asked, why is her Cash App in it? Why is her information on his most recent charge and his disciplinary charge for transporting drugs? Okay? Substances that are illegal. He says he's trying to figure it out, and all she's doing is receiving legitimate rent money. I don't believe it. I think he's just saying this out loud so it can be recorded. He said he would never put her in this situation. And she's like, I don't play with illegal stuff like that. I don't play with illegal substances like that. But you with a man incarcerated for doing that. So maybe I'm missing something. If you don't deal with illegal substances, have nothing to do with it, or people who deal with it, why are you with someone incarcerated for selling illegal substances? You clearly doing with it. You with him. He said he may not get out early because of this. And she's like, so I'm supposed to wait 2.5 years for you to get out? He's like, I would like to. She's like, it ain't happening. And she can't even visit because she's removed from the list. And she needs time to process it, and she hangs up on him. Jakima, you acting. That's what I got to say. You acting. So the producer says, were you asking Donnie, were you procuring illegal substances in the prison? He says he didn't do anything illegal, and he can't talk about it too much on this recorded line. And he doesn't want to tell Jakima all of it. Jakima tells a friend that she wants to go back to Dallas. She don't want to be here, and she hates Donnie. Let me reel it back to the producer and Donnie. Donnie, you are lying by omission. The producer asked, were you procuring illegal substances in the prison? He says he didn't do anything illegal. We didn't ask that. Were you procuring illegal substances? Yeah, you deflecting. You deflecting too much from me, Donnie. You deflecting. And then, yes, it's true, but it's convenient. Oh, yeah, I can't talk too much in this recorded line. But then, if you wasn't doing anything illegal, why is the next line, you don't want to tell Jakima all of it yet? If it ain't illegal, you can tell her. So what the hell is it? What the heck is it? If it wasn't illegal, you could tell her all of it. So Donnie, I'm side-eyeing you. I'm totally side-eyeing you. You are trying to play us for a fool. And I ain't gonna be played for a fool. But you know what? I just may be played because we're going to be here next week for the next episode. Thank you so much for joining me. That is the end of this episode of Love During Lockup, and I appreciate you being here. I would like you to continue to like, share, subscribe. Subscribe, please. I'm seeing a lot of non subscribers hanging around with us. We enjoy your company, and we'd like you to stay. And we'd like you to know when videos drop. So hit that subscribe, show you appreciate the content, and I really appreciate you being here. See you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.